G'day viewers, and welcome to the Fish Room Build, episode 2. I know it's been a while since I've given an update and progress has been pretty slow up to this date, but I've been busier than a one-armed wallpaper hanger with the crabs. But without further delay, let's get into it. Okay viewers, this is a look at what the room was like when we started. It measures about 12 feet by 10 feet or 4 metres by 3 metres square. So firstly we ripped up the carpet and knocked out this built-in robe. Then I took out the big window and installed an external door. Now for the floor, I wanted something hard wearing, but that'd also repel water if we have a bit of a spill or, God forbid, a tank leak. So I gave the surface a bit of a grind to remove all the glue from the carpet underlay, and then I filled up all the cracks and all the holes and then gave it a couple of coats of sealer. And it worked really well. It felt really good and it repelled water, but it looked a bit rough. It looked like an old shower block from some cheap caravan park somewhere. So I decided to give that one a miss and get some lino instead. And being unfamiliar with the intricacies of laying vinyl flooring, I called on my mate Tristan because he once saw a guy lay some, which made him more than qualified to help out on this job. And for a couple of $100 and a tub of glue, I think it turned out pretty well. And after installing the skirting boards, I thought it prudent to run a bit of a bead of silicone around the bottom, so if we do have any water spillage it's not going to leak in under the wall. It'll keep it in the fish room where it belongs. And to make life simpler, I've decided to heat the entire room, and for that I'm going to use this split system inverter. Not only is it super quiet, it's also really cheap to run. And it'll keep the room nice and warm in the winter, and it'll also cool in summer when it gets above 40 degrees outside. And it also acts as a dehumidifier, which will drag all that moisture out of the air, which means no mould inside. And it just runs out this pipe outside into the drain for the hot water service. And with the cost of electricity always going up, I thought once we've got the heat in there, we should do our best to try and keep it there. So to stop it escaping up the old air conditioner vent, I pulled the grills out and measured them up. Then transferred the measurements over to this offcut of marine ply left over from building the racks. Then just cut those out and then paint it with the same colour paint as the ceiling, and I think it looks pretty good, and hopefully that should keep some heat in. And because I had some insulation left over from where we removed the window and built the wall, I thought I'll throw it up on top and keep our fish room toasty warm. And last but not least, I ran a little rubber seal around the external door to try and block any drafts and keep that heat in. And because this is such a small room and space is at a premium, leaving room for the door to open was probably not really the best idea, so I thought, well, flip the door and have it open the other way. So now it opens into the hallway and gives us all that extra room in the fish room. And here's the room, all nice and finished, ready for some tanks. Now keen-eyed viewers amongst you might have noticed we've already got the first rack in, and this is made out of a bit of 2mm gal steel I'd left over from building a shed, which means it's as solid as a brick outhouse and probably just as heavy. It takes 3 men and a boy just to lift it. And I've painted it the same colour as the wall, the idea being we look at the tanks, not the stand. And it's made to hold 2 4x18x18 tanks and 4 2x18x18 tanks. So now that all the hard work is done and dusted, the fun can begin. So we get to bring some tanks in, install some plumbing, run some drains, and I plan on putting an air loop all the way around the top. And also, I'm going to make up a battery backup system in case the power goes out. So stay tuned for that. So as always viewers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe and check out one of these videos.